Hey guys, what is up? And after that sick freaking intro, I've got some exciting stuff to talk about. Obviously, we got the new Fender event that came out that gives you a sick Rathalos themed guitar that you can shred while you're hunting monsters. And then we also got the Hungry for Ore event, which is pretty cool. Gives you a sweet new pickaxe weapon that's pretty cool. It has a really interesting skill on it that's kind of niche. But according to what some people are saying, the damage output for it when its skill is fully buffed is actually 11% stronger than a perfect Ardian. So that's actually pretty crazy, but it is really niche, and we'll get into that and I'll kind of show you guys what's going on. So let's go ahead and let's get into the game here. So first things first, I know you're all wondering, what is that sick ass drip that you were wearing when you were playing the guitar in the intro? Well, the answer to that question is right here for you. We've got the Rathalos helmet, the gore chest, the Rathalos fan braces, the coil for the Rathalos, and the Rathalos greaves. It's pretty much just a Rathalos set with a gore chest piece. And of course, the Wyvern blade maple, because that's going to be a staple for the build here. And the next thing on the agenda is obviously, how do I get the sick guitar? What do I have to do to get myself a sweet Wrathcaster Rathalos themed Fender? Man, that's a mouthful to say. The answer is, you need to talk to Alma, and it's just in the event quest tabs. Simple, easy as can be. You're going to want to take on the Melodic Monarch, which it looks like it's going to require hunter rank 16 or higher, which is pretty low. So even if you're kind of new to the game, you'll be able to take on this quest as long as you're pretty much in the higher part of high rank. So that's pretty cool. Should be pretty easy, but just take this quest on. As soon as you finish the quest, you'll get all 3 emotes. So now, getting into the real, actual nitty-gritty of it, the thing that you came here, the thing that everybody wants. I want my pickaxe. And as you see, I have it. So what do you do with it? How do you get it? Well, there's a couple things you're going to have to do. So first of all, like any weapon in the game, you're going to need to craft it. So you'll need to go and talk to Gemma, and you can check out the requirements here in the tree. As you see, I've already got the longsword version equipped. The base edition, all you're going to need is the 2 pickaxes, your 4 Gravios Carapace, 10 Carbolite ore, and 1 Fire Cell Stone. That'll get you the base version of it. And then to get the 8-star version of it, you're going to need, like I said, your 500 simple 3s, your 1 more worn pickaxe, you're going to need 1 Gravios Medulla, and 10 Fusium ore. So that is something I didn't have, so I had to go run and pick it up. But that's what you're going to need for that one. And then for the sword and shield version of it, it's going to be pretty similar. So you'll see 2 worn pickaxes, Gravios Carapace, Carbolite, Firestones or Fire Cell Stones, and then your hunter symbols, worn pickaxe, Medulla, Fusium. So, and if you want to see that one, I haven't crafted it yet, but you guys can take a look at it. The pickaxe actually folds up. It's pretty cool. And then you've got the sick crystal shield. So that's pretty awesome. And then these weapons do have something pretty unique on them. They have a special new skill that they've added into the game for this. So what you're going to see is Power Stone, and it says that mining particularly rare materials greatly increases your attack, and obviously it has a maximum limit. Now, the way that works is pretty interesting, and I'm going to kind of show you guys what it does, what the damage buff numbers are, and what we're actually looking at here. And I'll kind of give you an example and show you. So first things first, here's how it kind of works. So when you mine ore, it's going to give you an attack buff. That attack buff is going to be completely based on what kind of thing you pick up for how much of the buff you get initially. So like a Nova Crystal is going to give you plus 30, Carbolite 15, Iron 10, Earth 10. So, but they stack on top of each other. So with each one that you wind up picking up, it'll stack all the way to a maximum cap of 9. 90, and that buff is going to last for about 90 seconds, and that buff resets its timer every time you pick up an ore. So it's going to be kind of interesting seeing how people are going to find a way to sort of balance grabbing that ore in the middle of a fight, to keep that buff up, because like I said, it is potentially one of the strongest weapons in the game, putting it at a roughly about 11% stronger than a perfect Ardian weapon if you have this buff going. So that's going to be interesting to see. So I'm going to give you guys a real-time example of how this could potentially work and actually be used. So I had to be a little bit far because my greedy little palico likes to break these and take stuff. But if you come up and you break it, there you go. See, now it's broken, but I didn't mine anything. While you're fighting the monster, you could be potentially taking him on, and then from afar, you can shoot it with your hook slinger and grab the ore while you're in the middle of fighting the monster to keep buffing yourself. So if you look right now, I'm currently at 660 attack, and then if I grab one, I got an earth crystal, okay? So that's gonna put me up to 693. And if I grab another one, that's gonna bump me up to 726, okay? And we'll grab another one because it stacks, and that's carbonite ore, so that's going to put me up at 775. So it's pretty interesting kind of how that works, but depending on what you get, you can keep raising the buff. So I just got a light crystal, which is a big one, and now I'm at 825. Grab another one, I got another light crystal, and I think that's going to put me at the max buff, and I'm going to be 874. So like I was showing earlier, you can get a total maximum of increase of 90, and I don't have raw showing right now, but now I'm actually at max. As you can see, I'm at 924. But while you're fighting the monster, essentially, you could hook slinger some ore and keep that buff going. But I think the real problem is going to be figuring out how to do that while fighting your monsters in certain areas, because there's not always going to be ore wherever it is that you're fighting. So it's going to be interesting to see how like some pro level players find a way to work this in, considering how much actual damage increase it's giving you. I'm really excited to see how that works. And now I'm sure you're all wondering, where the heck do I even get the pickaxe from? You completely skipped over that part. What the heck, man? Okay, calm down, everybody. I'm gonna tell you how you get it, and at least how you get the worn pickaxes to be able to craft it. So, like every event, you just need to come over to Alma and go to your event tab and take on the Hungry for Ore event. Now, I will tell you guys, this is a tough event. I know it doesn't seem that daunting because it's just 2 tempered gravios, but it can get a little bit overwhelming if they both get aggroed on you and you're waiting for the gate to like timer to separate the 2 of them. So, you know, it is a little bit rough if you're doing it by yourself. If you're doing it with friends, it is significantly easier. But yeah, all you have to do is take on this quest. You'll see in here that you can get the worn pickaxe, and those are going to be the main component that you're going to need to craft it. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video today. That's going to be all. Hopefully, I gave you guys a little bit of insight and some information that's helpful about this new update. And I hope to see you guys popping in on the hunts. Maybe we'll get teamed up and we'll get to rock our cool pickaxes together. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. If you could, drop a like, a subscribe, so you can get new content coming at you here in the future from our channel. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day, and peace out. Love you guys. Keep hunting.